Hey, yo, salamu alaikum, rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, man. Let's get up in here, man. Let's get, man. Your man got a lot to rap about. I know it's been a minute, but I had to come on here, man. I had to talk with my people, man. I love y'all, miss y'all, man. The Muslims, we just finished a beautiful, blessed month of Ramadan, man. And oh my God, I can't count. 32nd Ramadan, 31st, I can't remember, but it was beautiful. I miss my dear friend, the month of Ramadan already. I cannot wait. Inshallah, I'll be alive next year to partake in another blessed month of Ramadan and fasting with my Muslim brothers and sisters. Oh man, I love Ramadan. I love being Muslim. I love Islam. But first and foremost, let's get in here. I have a message tonight all over the world, all over the globe, to the Muslim youth. And I'm gonna define Muslim youth. If you're still living with your parents, 20 and under, you still in your parents' house, I'm talking to you, all right? If you're already out paying rent, mortgages, you're not a Muslim youth. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all yet and still, but I want to address the Muslim youth specifically. And I have to give a shout out. Number one, I have to give a shout out, man. I got to give great salams and blessings to my brother Jasir down in North Carolina. Salamu alaikum, man. My beautiful brothers and sisters, his children, you know what I'm saying? Jaden, Gianna, and Mayola. I love y'all. Thank you for the message. Salamu alaikum. You know what I'm saying? This is for y'all three and all your Muslim friends and youth, Listen, man, we just finished the blessed month of Ramadan, like I said, as we know. It's a beautiful month, a time of reflection. It's not just fasting, abstaining from food and sex and water and smoking and all the things that humans do. It's a time of reflection and being thankful. And I just thought about so much this year, man. I have young Muslim children. My youngest children, 9 and 8, they're Muslim. Khalif and Nair. And if you didn't see one of my stories, I posted a story today about a little Muslim girl, and she was crying. She was over in Gaza, and she was crying about, what did we do to deserve this? These people hate us because we're Muslim, just because we're Muslim. And she's in the background, her house is destroyed, and she's crying. She says, I'm 10 years old, I want to help my people, I want to be a doctor. But, what are we supposed to do? We don't have no food to eat. And, it broke my heart, literally. It's not like I don't know about the atrocities that's going on in the Muslim world, whether it's Congo, whether it's Sierra Leone, whether it's Sudan, whether it's Gaza, Palestine, Syria, my Asian Muslim brothers, the Uyghurs in China. But this story, because she was so young and she was hard, she was crying, and like she said, what do we do to deserve this? And I said, I thought about when Ramadan started, and the little brother Jaden, he sent me a message, man. He said, brother, I want to learn from you. I want you to go live. You know what I'm saying? It warmed my heart, man. I started Ramadan off on such a beautiful note. I want to thank Jasir, man, for raising such well-mannered and beautiful little children, man. Young adults, young Muslims. I love that, man. And the only reason I want to say I couldn't get to it this year like I did last year, I was kind of busy. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I was in the mosque doing a lot of things. But I said, when Ramadan is over, I'm going to sit down there and address the Muslim youth. And like I said, if you're still living with your parents, you're under 20, you're Muslim youth. All right. First of all, I want to commend you. I want to give you your props. Let me tell you something. You are the most amazing humans that are on the earth right now. Do not take that for granted. You are amongst the most amazing humans. Because let me tell you something. How many kids that were fasting like you were? How many kids how many friends you got in school? Who was fasting like you were? It's harder on the youth just for the fact that we have to train y'all to understand what fasting encompasses, what you got to deal with. In the hadith of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he tells us to instruct or guide your children at the age of 10 about Islam, the Salat, the Tawheed, the oneness of Allah, all the 5 pillars. He said to guide them at the age of 10, and you can beat them. Now let me get this out. This is why you got to learn Arabic. When he said beat them, he meant push, cajole, not force, because there's no compulsion in Islam. But when he meant by, that was the English word beat is a bad translation, but he meant to enforce. Now, to make it habits. You 10 years old, you separate the children from the bed. Before you was 10, you could sleep with your brother and sister in the bed. Now that you're 10, you're going into a different stage of your life. You separate the children from the bed and you start instructing them in Islam. All right? So think about it, young Muslim brothers and sisters. Who else was fasting with y'all this past month of Ramadan? Just think about that. That's why I said I want to commend you, because being a young Muslim today and you see the atrocities going on in the world, you might can't comprehend it with your mind. Why are these people being unalived at such an astonishing rate? Why are the Muslims going through so much? But I tell you, you let Allah handle that. Let God handle that. You keep focusing on learning your religion, learning your deen, being the strong, amazing, powerful force that the Muslim youth are, and they will continue to be as y'all grow up. You know, one day you're going to be parents, inshallah, and you're going to be teaching your children Islam and telling them how proud you are of them and encouraging them, man. Listen, I love y'all so much, because I can only imagine. I'm 55 years old and I'm an adult fasting, and it got tough for me certain times. It's easy now to did 30 something of them, but it still got tough for me at 55. So I imagine what it is for the youth to go through it, you know, because my son is 9. He told me he was going to fast this year. Khalif told me he was going to fast. And of course, Ramadan started and he completely forgot about it. And I said, hey, you got one more year. We're gonna implement the sunnah in one more year, man. You know, I've been letting you slide. You know, they know how to make wudu. They know the 5 pillars. Then can they remember them and say them offhand? I don't know. 6 articles of faith. But like I said, once you 10, you instruct your children in Islam. And like I said, I love the youth, man, for what's going on in the world, and for y'all continuing to stay strong, continuing to love your deen. Number one, let me tell you something. Be proud to be Muslim. Be proud to be Muslim, because number one, it's the haqq. It's the truth. It's the irrefutable truth. Islam you can put anything up against Islam, and Islam will be still standing. I don't care what you want to compare it with and all that. And that's not what this video is about. This is about the Muslim youth that I love so much, that I am amazed at, and that you give me energy. So like I said, learn your deen. But one of the most important things I could tell the Muslim brothers and sisters, find and stick with the Muslim youth that you find in your neighborhood, at your school, you know, because what I'm saying is it's okay to have non-Muslim friends, but let's be clear. Let's be clear. When it's time to offer prayer, your non-Muslim friend is not going to say, oh, it's time for prayer, Aki. Let's go wash up, make wudu. They're not going to say that, because they're not Muslim. When it's time to fast during the month of Ramadan, they're not going to fast, because they never done it. They're not Muslim. You know, when it's time to do something right, help an elderly, when it's time not to curse and all the things you young kids is doing, the youth is doing, vapes and all that stuff, that's why it's incumbent upon, I beg the Muslim youth, find you a Muslim crew. Find you a Muslim Avengers team, man. It's Muslims all over this planet. It's Muslims all in your neighborhood, in your city, your town. You might not think it's not, but we are everywhere. So I implore you, I beg you, man, to protect yourself and to keep being proud of being Muslim. Because especially in America, you know, Muslims are considered, we're ostracized, we're looked down upon, we're slandered, you know, we're lied about, all this stuff. And I can imagine being a young Muslim and you're in this country, and then you go to school, and all the kids in the school is vaping, smoking weed, all that stuff. So what do you think the Muslim youth is going to do to assimilate and to seem cool? Let's not act like there's no peer pressure for Muslims like it is for non-Muslims. It's peer pressures for any young kids, any young adults, any youth. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing. You know, I've seen it. I'm a youth mentor. I've mentored, you know, dozens of kids, dozens of youth. When I get a Muslim youth, I tell them, man, stick to the Ummah. The Ummah is the group of Muslims. Find you some. All right? Make that your duty. Whatever elementary school, middle school you go to, high school, find the Muslim students, man. And y'all become like the Avengers, you know? Because now you got a person to make salah, which you got a person to remind you, oh, it's time for Dua. Oh, it's time for Asr, man. Let's go in the bathroom. Make wudu, you know what I'm saying? Wash up, get ready for prayer. You know, You need a Muslim Avengers team. You know, the day they're serving pork, you know, in the cafeteria, you might have to tell a non-Muslim, you might have to tell a Muslim student, oh, bro, watch out, brother, that's pork. You know what I'm saying? Protect each other. And that's what you get when you stick with the Muslim, you know, and that's what I employ the youth to do, man. It's very hard in America, I get it, but it's not that hard because we're everywhere. Just don't be friends with your Muslim youth when you go to Jummah. No, we gotta, you know, if you studied the Sahaba, if your parents have taught you about the Sahaba, the companions of Prophet Muhammad, they did everything together. They ate together. You know what I'm saying? Only thing they didn't do was sleep together, and they slept together when, you know what I'm saying, when they went to battle, even when they didn't go to battle. They slept in the masjid together, they ate together, they prayed together, they stayed together, they walked together. You know, they was in circles of knowledge together, teaching each other the religion, the way of our life. So, I implore the Muslim youth, I'm so proud of you, man, in 2026, you know, that we're here and we're standing, man, and that you completed another fast. I'm so proud of you, man. I love y'all, man. But please, like I said, find the Muslim students and friends in your neighborhood, in your school, in your area, you know. And that's when you tell your parents, yo, I got a friend, you know, can I go over their house? His parents, they're Muslim. And then, okay, now we got some dialogue. Now, okay, I can call them, Salaam Alaikum, talk to the father. Okay, know where you live at. Oh, you Muslim, you know what I'm saying? Now we didn't submitted our bond because both of our children are Muslims. And my son wants to spend the night, have a sleepover with your son. And you know, and I am greatly appreciative that he found a Muslim family. You know, and likewise, when your children come stay with us, man, Muslims are protected from each other. Non-Muslims are protected from us as well. But I'm saying Muslims, our blood is sacred to each other. Our bond is sacred. And that's what we have to teach the youth as they grow up, man, and you know, and encourage them. And, you know, give them their flowers. Let them know, man, that what they're doing is amazing and great, man. Don't lose confidence. Don't try to fit in with non-Muslims and do the things that they do. That's not the way of Islam. That's not the way of Islam. I understand peer pressure and all that. That's why I said I wanted to come talk to the youth tonight after the beautiful, blessed month of Ramadan, man. You know, and just like I said, just to commend them and thank them, man. Because I watched so many this month, man, and it fills me with pride. Because I get on my little boy, I say, hey, man, I seen some little jokers fasting that was 4 years old. So I guess their parents weren't playing. Yeah, yo, they gonna, you know what I'm saying? They ain't wait to 10. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. You should teach your children Islam as soon as they come out the womb. Teach them Islam as soon as they come out the womb. Why wouldn't you? This is our way of life that we love. It's our beautiful way of life, man. You know, brothers and sisters are about to make Hajj next month, you know, and, you know, let's keep them in our prayers and our du'as. And I just love the fact that so many young brothers and sisters are proud to be Muslim. Never lose that. Brother Jayden, never lose that. Gianna, Maela, never lose that. Always be proud. Don't look at a non-Muslim and feel like, oh, I wish I could be like them. No. Be proud, man. Be proud that your parents chose the truth for you. You know, it may seem hard at times. You're like, oh, we can't do what the other kids do. But our objective is to achieve paradise. That's the Muslim's objective. Our objective is to achieve paradise and not go to hell. And, you know, you got people running around here telling you, oh, these crazy, it ain't no heaven, ain't no hell, or this, that. Our way is that way. Stick to the path of Islam and the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is the most amazing and beautiful thing. It's the reason why Islam is the fastest growing religion in the world. Fastest growing religion in America. Fastest growing religion in the world. Let me tell you something. If it wasn't the truth, why is it the fastest growing? All these people becoming Muslim because it's false or it's fake? Lie. Islam is the truth, man. And that's why everybody, once you investigate it, study it, research it, you come to it like, oh, this is it. This, you know, we have to live on truth, man. If you don't live on truth, it's this simple. You're living on falsehood. Let's cut through all the chase. If you're not living on truth, you're living on falsehood. You know, people like say, I'm living my truth. I don't know what my truth is, but I know the truth. My truth ain't the truth in some instances. But, you know, my young brothers and sisters, like I said, I am so proud of you, man. I love you, man. You give me, you put the battery in my back, you know. You put the battery in my back, man, to keep learning, man, and keep sitting in the circles of knowledge and sitting down with young brothers and sisters, man, and letting them know, man, y'all superheroes, man. I aspire to be you. Be better than I was at your age. You're already better than me at your age. fasting and going through that. I wasn't fasting at that age. I wasn't even Muslim at your age. So, you know, I couldn't let this month go by, even though we're in a month of Shawwal now. I couldn't let Ramadan pass without sending some major love and shout outs to the Muslim youth all over the world, man. Especially, like I said, with the atrocities going on, and you sitting and looking at this stuff, you can't figure out why children are just being slaughtered, why innocent women and men are being slaughtered. Like I tell you, leave that to Allah. Some things we don't have the answers for because we're human. We deal with emotions and all that. Leave that to Allah. This earth has been here for 6,000 years, according to scientists. There have been so many atrocities, man. And I'm not trying to say, oh, this is not. No, this is serious. What we're faced with today is serious. You know? But what I'm trying to tell you is, if all the stuff that happened 6,000 years ago and we're still here, that lets you know that Allah is in control. So leave that to Allah. You know? Make dua for them, that they don't, you know, that they can have peace and they can live a life, you know, and send their kids to college like we do, like Muslims are not going through war, you know, but always be proud to be Muslim. Get around some Muslim friends. You got to build that team. My high school Muslims, build you a team. My junior high Muslims, build you a team of Muslims, man. You know, y'all should be on the playground. I was about to say the rec, y'all. Y'all need to be on the playground offering salat. Finding a classroom, you know, you got to band together. We got to stick together because it's a whole lot of foolishness out in this world that's not meant for us or anybody that has morals and standards. And one thing the Muslim has is moral and standards. So youth, stick together. Be proud, man. You know, be humble, be grateful, you know, but don't never be ashamed that you're Muslim. Don't, you know, no. This is a beautiful way of life. It's the only way of life. So find your mob. I tell people, find your vibe and find your tribe. And with Muslims everywhere, you know, like I said, it's cool to have non-Muslim friends, but they not on the same thing they're going to celebrate Christmas. We don't celebrate none of these pagan made-up holidays. And you know why? Because the prophets didn't do it. That's the first thing I tell a non-Muslim. You show me where Jesus celebrated Christmas and Easter and Thanksgiving and Black Friday and 4th of July and Valentine's Day. He didn't. You know, all the evidence for those satanic pagan holidays, they're in the books. All you have to do is research. Jesus didn't do it. None of the prophets did it. Abraham, Muhammad, Moses, Joseph, none of them. So, you know, that's why it's incumbent to learn your deen, but that's why you got to have a team. You get a team of young Muslims in high school, y'all sit and learn the deen. Read the hadiths. Sit down and read Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim. You know, Ibn Majah, Nasiyah, you know. Read the 5 Sahih books. Study the Quran. If you don't know Arabic, learn Arabic. It opens it up. Once you learn Arabic, that is the Quran that Allah revealed to Prophet Muhammad. The English or whatever language you get it in, Spanish, that's the translation. That's not the Quran. The Quran is the Arabiya. Learn Arabiya. It opens up the world to you because then you can really comprehend and get into understanding what Allah is saying. He didn't come down and give it, you know, the angel didn't come down and give it to Prophet Muhammad in English. He gave it in Arabic. He was an Arab. How could he give it to him in English? How would he have understood it? But yeah, but like I tell the youth, I'm so proud of you, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all keep me inspired. You know, let's finish the year strong. You know, remember, I'll give you something else. I think I've said it before, but Prophet Muhammad used to say things 3 times. That's the sunnah. You can't say, well, he said something 1 time. I forgot. I'm going to say this 3 times. You know that Ramadan is obligatory. That is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. It's obligatory. It was the month that the Quran was sent down to Prophet Muhammad to begin Revelation, not the whole Quran, but that's when it began Revelation. That is the month that Allah ordained for us to fast from sunup to sundown. Now, he said 30 days, you would get 10 blessings a day. That's 300. Love you back, cuz. What's up, Chucky? That's 300. 30 days times 10 blessings a day. 30 times 10 is 300. Now, when the month of Ramadan is over and we had our Eid and that's our celebration, when we get fly to death and we hang out and give out gifts, you know that, the month of Shawwal is the 10th month. That's the month we're in now. This is the 6th day of Shawwal, 1447. Prophet Muhammad said, if you fast the month of Ramadan, which is obligatory, and you get 10 blessings a day, that's 300, and you fast 6 days in the month of Shawwal and get 10 blessings, that's 60. 300 from the month of Ramadan, 30 days times 10, 6 days in the month of Shawwal times 10, 300 times 6, 360 days. You will have the blessing. The Lord will reward you as if you fasted for a whole year. And that's something I always try to do after Ramadan, because the beauty of the 6 days that we have to fast in Shawwal, we don't have to do them consecutively. You know, you could do Monday and then do Wednesday. You can do Thursday. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to fast. You can do all 6 if you want to do all 6 and get them out the way. I'm on my second day. I'm on my second day in the month of Shawwal. I got 4 more. You know, but yes, why not get the blessings of being rewarded for fasting as if it was a whole year? See, this is the things that you learn when you get around the Muslims and y'all teach each other and you crack open the books. That's why I tell the Muslim youth, I'm so amazed at you, at your tenacity, at your perseverance in this world now. But knowledge is the key. Ilm is the key. We have to know what we're speaking of. And Islam is plain and simple. It ain't nothing esoteric. We got to sit around. No, it ain't, you know, it's plain and simple. It's Tawheed, the oneness of God. We worship nothing but Almighty God. We don't worship nothing else. There's nothing equivalent to him. There's nothing equal to him. He created everything, and everything he created is the creation. The creator is separate from the creation. We worship the creator. We don't worship anything he created. We don't worship Muhammad. We don't worship Jesus. We follow them. We obey them. We love them. We honor them. The Muslims love all the prophets, but we don't worship nothing but Allah, Almighty God. And Allah is just Arabic for God. So don't think we got a different God. You got to keep reiterating this, but this is what the circles of knowledge is for. You know, but like I said, man, I just want to send this out to Jaden. I love you. I thank you for the inspiration. Your beautiful sisters, Gianna and Moella, man. Jasir, it goes without saying. I love you for the sake of Allah, man. You already know that. You know how we do, man. You know, I'm proud of you. Got them children up in the mosque of Ramadan, man. Hey, that's a beautiful thing, Aki. And the Lord's going to reward you, inshallah, man. Y'all keep up the good work. Muslim youth, stick together, band together, become the Avengers. All right? Teach the non-Muslims what Islam is. That's our duty. Our duty is to teach the truth. So you can't teach the truth if you're hanging around a bunch of non-Muslims smoking weed, pen, and vape and all that. And you know what I'm saying? That's what non-Muslim kids do. Regardless of their religion affiliation. It don't matter, because we know what's going on in these high schools. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Jay, what's up? Wa alaikum salam, rahmatullahi barakatuh. And Gianna and Myla, like I said, man, y'all, I'm going to pull up on y'all, man, inshallah. But, man, y'all keep doing what you're doing. You're making me proud, man. You're making me feel so good. And, you know, I'm honored to watch Muslim youth grow up and to learn the deen and to give it to other people, man. You know, that's a beautiful thing, man. Always be proud to be Muslim. You know, why wouldn't you be? Why wouldn't you be? Allah said we are the best of creation. If Almighty God said we're the best of creation, why? Not just because we're Muslim. Because of what we do after saying we're Muslim. You know, the structure that we have in our life. All the filler we get out of the way. You know, we don't do what other people do. And that's a beautiful thing, because what other people do, and you know, it ain't conducive to going to heaven. Sitting around going to the club, the hookah bars, and smoking weed and doing drugs and sleeping with a bunch of women and driving fast cars. None of that is conducive to going to heaven. You know, that's our goal. Our goal is to achieve paradise. We don't want to go to hell. We don't want to go to, I don't know no Muslim want to go to hell. So our job is to achieve paradise, heaven, man. And you do that by following the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, sticking with the brothers and sisters. You know, I challenge you, Jaden, to find a Muslim friend in your school. I challenge you, Gianna, Myla, to find a Muslim friend in your school. It's a brother or sister in school, I'm pretty sure. You know, I challenged my sons to do the same thing, and they couldn't believe it. They went and found 5 or 6 Muslims. I said, look at y'all, you're in 3rd grade, got 5 Muslims in school. You didn't know that? And it's funny, because how they supposed to know it at 9 years old? It's for us to put this in you, to be proud. My children are proud to be Muslim. They'll tell you in a minute they Muslim. Salamu alaikum. You know? So, y'all keep up the good work, man. You know, keep up the good work. Just because Ramadan is over, that's the 9th month. That's our month of fast. Now we're in the 10th month of Shawwal. We Muslim every day. We got our 5 prayers every day to stay connected to God. We got to learn. We got to love our family, man. Take care of your wife. Take care of your husband. Take care of your children, man. You know, that's what Islam is, man. Be kind to your neighbor. Teach your neighbor about Islam. You know, be kind to them even if they never become Muslim. That's not, see, that's what the things about the practices and the etiquettes of the Muslim. Even if you're not Muslim, you have respect from us. You're safe. Your property is, we don't touch none of that. We don't violate none of them oaths. You know, to you be your way, as Allah says in the Quran. To you be your way and to me be mine. But we live in peace. Why you think our greeting is Assalamu alaikum? Peace be upon you, brother. We don't come up roll. What up? What up, though? And you know, that's street things, man. What's popping? What's good? What's hood? No. Assalamu alaikum, brother. I want to wish you peace. Assalamu alaikum, sister. I want to wish you peace before we even have a conversation. And you return to me. Wa alaikum salam. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, that movie, The Message, yo, I'm telling you, about to have fun. That is a beautiful story of Islam, man, how it began, man. I wish I was there with you, but your pops got you on the right track. I'm telling you, man. But the Muslim youth, y'all are the future. You'll always been the future, man. You know, stick together, love the deen, and grow up to become parents that have beautiful Muslim youth like y'all are, man. I couldn't say it any better, man. I couldn't be more proud of, you know, of all of you. Of all of you, all the little sisters with the hijabs on and all the little brothers with the thobes on. Hey, y'all was fly, man. It warms my heart. It makes me cry. It makes me cry because I know that the parents are putting some work and they're doing the right things inside the home. And that's what being Muslim is all about, doing the right thing, man. We know what the right thing is, man, just like you know what the wrong thing is. And you know, unfortunately in America, it's a prevalence of the wrong thing. Especially with these young kids in school, the wrong thing, all the things they doing, man. You know, so Muslims stick together, man. Find your brothers and sisters wherever you at. Small town, big city. Find them, man. Link up, meet families. That's what we do, man. That's how the Ummah stays strong. That's the beauty of Islam. It don't matter if you Pakistani, Nigerian, Puerto Rican, black, white, Russian. You know, that's the beauty of our religion. When you go in the mosque, you see all shades. All shades, man. And that's the beauty, because that's the truth. Asian brothers and sisters, every demographic and nationality, man. And that's the beauty of Islam. But yeah, I just wanted to give the youth some love, man. Some acknowledgement, man. You know, like I said, I'm about to, I wanted to make this short, like under 30 minutes, because I'm fasting, so I got to break my fast at 7:33. You know what I'm saying? Give me a date in me, and I got some lemon. I got some, you know, the cake that got the lemon ice on it. The icing, oh yeah, I got that. I'm gonna break my fast with that, and a nice glass of water and a date, you know. But I just had to come on here, man, because I was so busy doing Ramadan. And brother Jaden, he sent me a beautiful message. I said I gotta give him a shout out and speak to the brother, man, and his sisters, man. I love y'all, man. For the sake of Allah, listen to your parents, man. They got your best interests at heart, man. You know, and when you become a parent, you teach your kids the truth, man. All right. And so in the meantime, between time, till we link up again, man. Remember, get them 6 days of Shawwal in this month. Going to get your whole year worth of fasting, man, on the day of judgment. That could be the thing that puts you in the paradise. Your fast that you did on earth. Because like I said, be proud. Ain't nobody else fasting 30 days. Ain't nobody else fasting, period. Don't nobody else do what the Muslims do. That should tell you, to achieve paradise, you got to take a little work. You got to do a little work. Allah didn't say you're going to make it to paradise all just because you believe. He said believe and do good deeds and actions. So let's make dua that your good deeds outweigh your bad deeds, that Allah erases and covers your bad deeds on the day of Yawm al-Qiyam, on the day of judgment. And keep doing what you're doing, man. Stick to each other, man. You know, it's strength in numbers, man. And I love you, young brothers and sisters, man. You make me proud, man. And like I said, until the next time, man. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Your boy signing off. Peace.